There is no aspect of Philadelphia or Pennsylvania gay rights movement that Barbara and Kay have not been part of. In 1976, we all became members of the Governor's Council for Sexual Minorities. And the state went crazy because nothing like this had ever been done in any state in America before. The government was actually going to look into the problems that gay people were having in the various departments. Well, the governor put out an executive order which said that you could not discriminate on the basis of sexual minorities at that time. And one person in his administration did a news conference and went against the governor. His name was Colonel Barger of the state police. He said, "We will not have homosexual troopers." Now, Governor Milton Schaaf didn't like the idea that somebody in his administration would go against him. So he got on the phone, called me, and said, "Mark, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, I want you to become a state trooper." We do some strange things. I didn't quite know how to cope with this, so I called Barbara. Now, I get tagged with this line often, but to be honest with you, Barbara's the marketer who really came up with this line. I said, "Barbara, I'm going to the state barracks. I'm signing up. I'm having a press conference. What do I say about this?" And Barbara said, "When they ask you why you want to be a state trooper, just tell them you like men in uniform." We did some crazy things during those days, and we did history. And Matt, I want to thank you for mentioning Elaine Noble, who often does not get mentioned as the nation's first openly gay or lesbian elected official. And we're here today to talk about history. And I'm about to introduce a man today who I met in 1969, July I believe it was, at the Summit Hotel in New York City. I was a member of Gay Liberation Front, and we just found gay youth. And this gentleman decided he was going to open a church in New York for gay people. Now, in July of 1969, Gay Liberation Front thought it was the most radical organization that there could possibly be. And we weren't going to accept religion in our community because religion had oppressed us for so many times. I can't believe I still remember that. So we decided gay people were going to picket gay people organizing a gay church. And we did! So I'm holding this picket sign, and all of a sudden, a man comes up to me and said, "Why are you against me? I'm just like you. I'm just trying to help people in our community." He says, "I can reach those people who the Catholic Church, the synagogue, the mosque, you can't get to those people. I can, because I'm a person of faith." That man was Troy Perry. Troy Perry is the founder of Metropolitan Community Church. We've worked together since 1969, as I have with Barbara, Kay, Frank. And by the way, there's another legend in the audience. I must recognize him, Mr. Randy Wicker in the back. Randy is one of my pioneers. How far have we come in all those years, in just 50 short years? In 1950s through the 1970s, there was a place called the Tuscadero State Mental Hospital in California. There, they thought the gay people were mentally ill and that we should be cured. What was the cure? They would strap gay men down on gurneys, tie them down, and put amount of drugs into their body. It was called. They would then ask them if they wanted to be homosexual. Until they started screaming that they didn't want to be homosexual, they didn't get the antidote. Amount of drugs stops your respiratory system. In 1969, if you wanted to be an employee of the city of Los Angeles, including a garbage truck operator, you couldn't, because there was a question, are you a sexual deviant on the application. When Troy Perry decided to start the church, everyone thought, okay, we'll have a gay church, no problem about it. In the years since he started MCC, there have been church burnings, including, and violence like you cannot imagine, including one of his ministers being hung on his front lawn. We've come a long way, and we've never shrunk from